Listen, guys, let's just start off with the most serious. I'm not gonna do an intro for this one. I'm too hyped right now. I've been pacing around my room for about a good 20, 30 minutes. All right. So listen, Evita's obviously the best character on the show. I've told you guys this from day one. I don't think there's been many others who've predicted her character path like I have. But listen here, Evita put Tandy in check on sight. On sight. For Tyrone, she put this man in check on sight. Like I said she would do. She willing to fight for it. She pushed him to the side real quick. You seen that sidestep? She kind of sidestepped him real quick. Listen here. Tyrone's had a rough day. And she made Tandy back down. And then Tandy tried to do her little hope thing.
Congratulations. You played yourself.
And Evita turned around. No. And just kicked her out of the thing. It was great to see. I was hyped after that moment. Because like I said, I predicted this. I'll put the link if you guys want to see that. But man. Evita is the real MVP, and she could defend against Tyrone and Tandy's little hope darkness thing. She's the best character on the show. I called this way back when. I don't know how she did it. I'm going to have to do a thoughts and theories trying to speculate how she did it. But, I'm too hype. I don't even care about nothing else in the episode. I was not into the episode until that moment. But let me rein myself in for a moment. I've harped on that long enough. Let's talk about Tyrone and Tandy. Now, in my last review, I predicted that Tyrone, or Tandy, my fault, was going to have a dark spiral. She was going to have a deep descent into just chaos and tragedy. I predicted that. But this was way worse than I imagined, all right? Her going to get Liam, I predicted that correctly. But this whole stealing people's hopes, taking it from them, and we saw, at first I didn't really understand the nature of that, what it meant. When she did it to the first guy, I was like, okay, I can steal their hopes and take them for myself. All right, cool. Didn't really understand what that meant until we saw her do it to Mina, which once again proves my point that Tandy has and always will be a snake. And if obviously she can't die in this series, but if she goes through a tragedy, I do not even care for her. I do not even care. Unless it happens to a character that I like that she also happens to like. Like, I don't like her character. She's so snakish. Like, she is such a snake. Oh, man. But keeping on track. She steals Mina's hopes, and then you see Mina crush I don't know if it was a B. Arthur, but it was a B. And she crushes the B, and I'm like, dang. Knowing that it would do that, knowing that would happen to Mina, and when we see her later in the episode again, you see her posture, her excitement, her enthusiasm for the job just seemed different. It just seemed off. So seeing that she would do that to somebody that was fighting for her, that was a friend to her, I thought, it rubbed me the wrong way. And I don't know if she's going to be able to come back from this. I don't know if I'll ever be able to like her again, especially after she's tried to step to Evita. Like, you tried to step to Evita. I don't know if I could like you no more. Simple as that. And it just hurt. It was just a dark dive. And I don't know how you redeem her character at this point. And the whole episode was talking about hero regression and how when the rubber meets the road and all that good stuff. But I don't know if you could recover from this. They're going to have time. I mean, she's going to have to do something heroic. I'm assuming in episode 10, maybe she saves Mina or her father. But this is rough. This is just she's doing a lot of sketchy things in this season. I don't know how people like her character at all. But moving on to the next one. Let's talk about Tyrone. Now, this is what threw me off about the episode. And I don't think I ever really truly invested into what they were trying to sell me. Simple as that. That's the simplest way I can put it for you guys. He got what he wanted for the most part. Kind of. Connors is out of jail. But I don't think he knows that. Fuchs is dead. I don't think he knows that either. So for the most part, he got the confession. The New Orleans PD is looking into it. He's pretty much got what he wanted for the most part, besides the whole family thing. And you get a good explanation of why the mom and the dad didn't have the reaction that he hoped for, because their child is in danger. And I think her explanation of it, their back and forth, great back and forth. I was really interested at that point. After the whole Evita thing, I woke back up. I was instantly woke back up, and I really invested into what the mom was saying, and I agree with her. Like, is it worth losing your life? Like, they don't care about your life. You've seen that. The police then shot at you. You were literally just shot at like 2 episodes ago. So you know they don't care about your life if they need to cover something up. You've seen this time and time again. If they're willing to kill officers, they're willing to kill you. And I think I really understand where the mom is coming from. Billy is dead. Nothing you do at this point, and this sounds so cold, and I don't mean it to sound so cold, but I just agree. Nothing you do at this point is going to change anything. You did all you could. You gave the police new evidence or looking into it. Well, let them do that. Move on with your life, man. Move on with your life. And we're going to circle back to Tyrone after we reverse for a little bit. So let me tell you where I wasn't invested with Tyrone. This complete 180 of his character, this dark dive he went into, I don't know, it felt forced. It felt like the writers, the whoever, the producers, the director, they were trying to force me to sympathize with this darkness path he went to. And I felt like they were forcing me to do it. I didn't connect with Tyrone. Like the rap song hit and he's wilding out. The mom is wilding out. Tyrone is snapping off on the priest. It just didn't fit. And it seemed like too much of a 180. It seemed like too much of a lashing out. And it felt too much. Like, you need to build up a little bit. You can't just have someone go from 0 to 100, because then I'm just completely shocked. I'm like, what is going on here? What is going on? That was my whole, like, I'm trying to understand, why is he in such a descent right now? Why is he being such a mean person, a rude person right now? And I never really connected with it. And that kind of made the episode fall flat to me. And it was still a good episode in my eyes. I just think they could have done better. I think they should have pulled back a little bit with Tyrone. And Tandy was cool. I expected Tandy. I said that was going to happen with Tandy. But Tyrone, you got to pull back the reins a little bit. You got to, come on. He was completely out of line. Snapping on the dude, okay, I can accept. Putting the rap music behind it, horrible musical decision. I already knew something was gonna... I feel like that's such a precursor. Like, I knew he was about to do something wild right when the rap music hit. Like, you already knew. Like, alright, he's about to do something crazy, and they're gonna try to get me invested in some type of montage. And from there, I didn't feel it. Like, let it naturally build up. It seemed too forced. And I'm sorry for harping on that point for too long, but that's really was my biggest negative with the show. So let's move on to the end. All right. Woo. That was quite the plot twist. Listen here. Let's start with Tyrone. He is now been framed. I don't know how they did it. I don't know how they connected the dots to Tyrone. I'm sure we'll get that in episode 10. But he is now being framed for Fuchs' murder. And that is woo. It seems like he's going to have to hit the road. He's going to be gone. But something that bothered me, listen here. How do you not grab your little teleportation cloak? You have teleportation powers to go anywhere you want, it seems, from what I understand. Or at least teleport far away. And you don't grab your teleportation cloak? Brother, that is the first thing you grab if you have teleportation powers. You literally could have grabbed your cloak and been out the window. Hopefully he finds a way to use it, or hopefully he has more control of it now that he's already used the cloak. But that's the first thing I was thinking, like, grab the cloak, grab the cloak, grab the cloak, grab the cloak. I didn't really like the look of the cloak anyway, so if he doesn't come back and get it, I'm perfectly fine with it. I actually like the sheet. To be honest with you, I know it's impractical for him to be always with the sheet, but I would like a thinner, less heavy looking cloak. That's something that just flows more naturally with these smoke effects. Like, I need something that looks smoky in the wind, if that makes sense. The cloak they had just looked too heavy, too bedazzled, too costumey. I wanted something different. Moving on to Tandy. Oh man, this is the longest review I think I've ever done. Moving on to Tandy. That's rough. I'm assuming she's about to come out. Alright, but she's a snake. I don't think she's going to be a snake to her mama, but I'm thinking she's going to let her mom get shot. And if she lets her mom get shot, I don't care who she is. I don't care what comic character she is. If she lets her mom get shot right now, there is no redeeming her. I don't care what the writers try to do. I don't care what anybody tries to do. If her mom dies right here, I will never like her character again. Like, what are you doing? Throw your dagger. Throw your dagger. Like, simple as that, and she better do that. But man, this was a very interesting episode, and it spiked so quick. Everything just flipped so quick, and I can't remember what episode that was that it happened. I think it was the episode where Dwayne gets shot. Like, everything just flips so quick, and this show was very good at that with the pacing. Like, it has its lows where you have to be super focused, super focused, super focused. And then you have, man, these insane spikes where you're on edge. Like, what the heck is going on? And I think this show, the writers, the director, they do an excellent job of giving you those nuggets at the perfect moment where you're just like, dang, things have just went left. It has just gotten crazy. And you're so excited. And I love that about this show. It keeps you interested. It keeps you engaged. It keeps you focused. I do want to go over what happened to Detective O'Hara, I believe her name is. I keep forgetting her name. That's going to be in the Thought and Theories episode. This one's already 11 minutes long. And I got to go make that shortly after this one. But I'm rambling on, guys. Like the video if you like the video. Dislike the video if you dislike the video. I promise I will only cry for a little bit. With all that being said, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.